All right, I'm on hole number 10. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that I was done, but I've actually got 9 more holes. Here we go. Hole number 10. This is hole number 1. We're back on the track again, so we get to practice these holes again. Hole Kohong. Hole number 1. Max over par hook. Edge of white ring in the fairway. What happened to me on this on the first side? On the first side, I clipped the sand over here. I came around too far. I clipped it over in this area. So I'm thinking I'm doing a max over par hook shot here, and I'm just trying to get the spot. I think I need my white ring. I need to be working my white ring in the rough, and I've been working my white ring in the fairway. So I need to go back to my original adjustment. My original adjustment was edge of white ring in the fairway, or right on the transition when it's fully extended. I think when the very first shot I took here, I was off like maybe a third of a ring, a third of my white ring, a quarter of my white ring off into the rough. And it was a little bit, the shot ended up developing a little bit too far to the left. I ended up right down here in the rough, and I came through on the Y. I came through like right through this area right here and ended up. So I was a little too far left. I needed to go to the right. So I tried coming in about a ring. So I was like, let's say half a ring in off the rough, out in the rough. Then I went half a ring where I was in the fairway, and then I clipped this sand. So I'm going to go back to right dead center in the middle of that, which is the white ring on the transition between the rough and the fairway, and take the wind out. And once I can find a spot, then I can start working a wind adjustment, and I can start going, okay, what if I do a 10% wind adjustment? Because that'll be easier to adjust. That was a very nice effort to get up into that spot. Getting all the way up to the tip up there, you got a really good shot. And I'm balancing these out. Okay, white ring off on the transition at fully extended. Take the wind out. That's a ring and a half. Max over par hook. And I got all of it. Let's see if I can miss that sand. Still hitting in the sand, so I need to go out that half a ring. I still need to go out a little bit. I need to be in the fairway. So I'm going to erase all of my notes that I have here. Fully extended. Quarter ring in rough. White ring. Making notes here. So my white ring, I'm going to put a quarter of my white ring in the rough. I'm going to the left. It's a very small line down there. Now you could say, well, hey, if you didn't take the wind out, but the wind would then be a variable, because if the next round the wind was 5, then we'd have a variable here. So where am I at, my grizzly? So I'm getting close to max. It should be 1.0 per ring. It's 1.0 per ring. Let's try and hit it perfect. Catching it perfect. Let's see if I got it. Let's see if I got the adjustment right. Needed to do like a 10% from the fairway. I'll make a note, plus 10% if in fairway. All right, we got some notes on there. We got some stuff that we can dial in on my odd account or my 77 account because I'm still practicing it. I'm still trying to work these shots out for the weekend round. I could care less about if I can go into the weekend round with a minus 12, minus 24. I'm good. If I go in with a minus 13, minus 26, I'm better. That's the tiebreaker deal. So while I'm out here practicing, I still want to try and pick up one on every side to separate myself from the group. I think if you go in with a minus 13, minus 26, you'll probably be top 10 tiebreakers in the weekend round. And that's big because let's say you're flat in the weekend round and you just shoot the minimum score of minus 24. That means you're more than likely going to be the top 24 in the group. And that'll be a big number. There may be like 30 people, 35 people that are shot at 24, depending on your bracket. And so would you rather be the 34th person on that list or the first person on that list? So that's the difference between 17th and 34th. So tiebreakers are big, but you don't have to. Everybody thinks you got to shoot these monster rounds for the tiebreakers. The opening round is super, super critical because that one gets counted first. So having a 26 in your opening round is more important than having the 13 in your weekend in your qualifier. I'm going to try this shot from down here. And my opponent took his. Now that right there, and you guys watch me forfeit all the time, but I'm always respectful of my opponent. Sometimes I'll forget when I go to the shootout and they've already started and I'll let them shoot. But if you took your shot, the right thing to do is to let your opponent get their shot. I mean, they waited for you. You should, you're committed at that point. I'm not going to bitch because they forfeited, but I'm going to bitch because that wasn't the right way to forfeit. All right, that was hole number 10 of Paradise Islands. Opening round, rookie division. Thanks for watching.